Hello travelers and welcome back to Pokemon Gold 97. We are back because we have to face off against the Elite Four, and we decided to actually record it to see how different it is from the final release. This is our team, this is Honig's team to the right, our team is to the left. Our little Goldeen became a Seeking. It still doesn't have enough levels, and there you have it. We're going straight into it. The first Elite Four member is actually Will, so no difference there, but there's probably a difference in the Pokemon choices. Xatu lead, level 50 in the original game, I mean the final release. It was level 40, but now it's level 50. Okay, I already like that. Anyways, quick attack, super effective against dark types. It's not good. Feint attack, it's also super effective. It's a 2-hit KO, and there you have it. It's perfect. So, at first, I saw the types of the Elite Four. I truly thought that they were gonna make Sabrina part of the Elite Four, since all the gyms in Kanto seems to be closed. So I was like, maybe we're gonna have more Kanto gym leaders in here, but no. Anyways, Jinx, on Honig's side, he has an Arcanine, so he doesn't have the type advantage. I also have my Fire Starter, my Bruinus, super effective. And yeah, Psychic, we will take it. And surprising, I was surprised that Jinx was actually faster than my starter. I mean, I was faster than Jinx, since my starter isn't the fastest thing in the world. And plus Jinx has more levels ahead of me. So that was really surprising, so I was like, okay, you know what, maybe it was a speed tie or something, let's just heal. To not risk it, but Psychic is still 2 KO. Luckily, I have the leftovers, and we're gonna be able to two-shot it with our Flame Wheel, and there you have it. Honig out there dealing with Slowbro, and he has Curse, so that's not looking good for Honig, and now we have to deal with Slowbro, and it's time to send in our Striker, the evolution of Kotora, and he actually has Amnesia. He has both Amnesia and Curse. It's gonna be annoying, so he's gonna go for Curse, Amnesia, I'm gonna paralyze him, and then start spamming Thunderbolt. After the Amnesia, it shouldn't do much. And he got fully paralyzed, so let's go. So, in Honig's side, he managed to hit the Thunder, and the Ampharos looking tall, looking strong, taking him down, and our Striker is actually gonna finish him off too. So Honig's side is dealing with Executor, which will finish off his Ampharos, and now we have to deal with Executor. So let's send in our Fire Starter, even though we don't have much HP left. He has Leech Seeds. We switched out, and he went for Leech Seed. And I don't like being Leech Seeded, but I don't have much that can deal with Executor. So I was like, okay, let's just stay in, be a man about it, Flame Wheel it, and let's see how it goes. On Honig's side, he has a Hypno dealing with him. And okay, he went for Reflect, the Executor, and the Leech Seed isn't gonna recover him more than half of his HP, so we can 2 KO him. And yeah, he still has a Hypno that we haven't dealt with. And Honig is dealing with him, and there you go. The Pidgeot is a man, and that's the end of the Hypno. And Honig is actually gonna beat him first, so okay. What do we have to deal with Hypno? We have our Striker, and we have our starter that has Crunch, and we also have our Dark type, our Belladam. And he went for double team. I'm like, okay, since you went for double team, I'm gonna heal up, because I do have the Feint attack, and the Feint attack is actually the anti-nonsense, as I like to call it, because it never misses. It doesn't matter how often you go for evasion moves and be dumb about it, we can always hit you 100%. It's like Swift. It's the anti-nonsense. I wish those attacks were actually stronger, because some people love to spam those dumb moves, and that's besides the point. Anyways, we sweet kissed him, and I had a feeling that he was gonna heal, so I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna heal Bell and get rid of that toxic poison and start all over again with them Feint attacks that don't miss. Super effective Feint attacks. Hypno still takes them like nothing, because it's a Hypno. Nobody likes dealing with Hypno, as we always say. And Feint attack, let's go, one more should finish him off, and we should move on to the next Elite Four member. It's so weird seeing psychic type attacks actually hitting the dark types, but that's how it is. Dark types, so annoying to train because they're weak to normal. Every single Pokemon in the wild, in the trainers, have at least one normal type attack. Either Quick Attack, Scratch, Tackle. So you can imagine the hustle and how difficult it is to actually train up a Dark type attack. It's kinda better what they did with the final release, so... Anyways, I'm gonna put Gengar on the front, and we're gonna see who's next. And in the final game, it was Koga. So let's see, which one is it gonna be? It looks like Koga. Yep, it is Koga. So that's similar to the final release. We have Koga, former gym leader of Fuchsia in the Gen 1 games, Elite 4 member in the Gen 2 games. There you have it. And he's the second Elite 4 member of the Nihon League in this game. So in comes Ariados. Ariados lead. Yes, that sounds about alright. But the level 50, that's crazy. Gengar's Psychic super effective, but it's still not enough to finish. Well, if you want for agility, I hope I can take whatever, but I'm still faster even after the agility. Gengar, yeah. And on Honig's side, he actually got taken down with a Giga Drain. His Dugtrio got taken down with a Giga Drain. That's crazy, but our Gengar's doing the job, getting the crit against the Ariados, and Honig has to send in his Arcanine to seal deal with his Ariados. So in comes Bellingham. I don't like this guy. I like the Pokemon, but I don't like the name because he plays for a shitty team. But that's besides the point. We got rid of him. We got rid of him. Anyways, Muck has minimized, and I'm like, oh no, do I also have to deal with that? I'm probably gonna have to deal with that too. Oh my god, he went for Toxic on Arcanine, and our Psychic is not even a 2-hit KO, and there's the minimize, and I'm gonna need Gengar to be a man. Even though he's a female, but that's besides the point. There you go. A was min-max damage variation. We took down the Muck. And now in comes Crobat, and the first thing that he's gonna do right away is double team. Okay. Psychic is a 2-hit KO. He went for full restore even though he wasn't low on health, so we're gonna have to hit all our attacks. The Pidgeot of Honig will manage to finish off the Muck, and in comes the Crobat. And for him as well, the first thing he does is double team. The first thing. And our Gengar with the manly Psychic was able to finish him off. Not caring about anything whatsoever. He can go for all the nonsense attacks. Double team, minimize, all that annoying stuff that requires 0 skill and 100% luck. Like, I'm not even gonna say it. But still, Gengar managed to get us the win, so we have to wait for Honig now. He has his Ampharos against the Crobat, which is going for wing attacks. He's trying to paralyze him, which is smart because Crobat has that speed and it's really annoying to deal with. Plus, he can get those chances to have him get fully paralyzed. And yeah, wing attack is actually a decent attack here in this game. I thought it was bad. I thought it was like only 35 base power, but that was in Gen 1. But anyways, Honig is still dealing with the nonsense of Crobat after he went for so many double teams. But Honig also has an anti-nonsense attack, which is Swift. So it's not doing too much damage, but at least it's damage, better than nothing. So Swift for the win. Swift and Feint Attack for the rescue against all the dirty players in the world that try to win with 0 skill. That's how we do things. But Koga out of nowhere will throw a full restore at the face of Honig, which is not good whatsoever. And now he has to try to Thunder Wave him again. No lie, if I was in Honig's place, I would have tried to go for Thunderbolts at least once. Because we are an Ampharos and we're gonna try to be at least a man about it, but yeah, there's the crit. Getting all the crits, getting all the misses, getting all the hacks. This is what Koga is all about. So quick attack, there's a Swift, he's not trying to go for any electric type attacks, but to each his own. Little crit, did nothing, another Swift, one more, another crit, okay, Honig, you need one more attack and this should be it. So yeah, that's Koga done, I believe. I believe that's Koga done. Because I've seen him waste too much time on Crobat. No, he has 2 Pokemon left. He has 2 Pokemon left, that's crazy. This is what happens when you deal with with those evasive moves. And that's why That's why they are banned. Anyways, so he will switch into a starter. He will switch into Don Marin. It's not Feraligatr, it's Don Marin. And he's gonna try to go for Earthquake, but that's not stab and it's neutral. But the proper move would be going for Surf, which he does now. And at that range, will it be enough? It is not. So there's the Supersonic. Koga is all about hacks, all about nonsense, but Don Marin is not having none of that. And we'll finish off the Venomoth. He has one Pokemon left, which is gonna be a... this thing, yeah. The counterpart of Victreebel. And I'm not even gonna say the name, because screw that nonsense. Anyways, Don Marin will hit his Earthquake. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a nice type attack, which is gonna be so problematic facing off against... Well, if Lance is in the game, we still don't know yet, but if it's Lance and all those Dragonites, because you gotta get yourself a Dragonite, and Lance has 3. It doesn't get better than that. Anyways, it's gonna be a problem for Honig, because he doesn't have Ice type attack. So anyways, in comes the Pidgeot. The cool guy will try to go for Solar Beam, and there is it! The Solar Beam! Pidgeot takes it like nothing, and there's the real beam! The Hyper Beam for the win! And that's the victory for Honig. So, yeah. We both defeated Koga, and time to move on to the next one. I believe the next one in the final release was Bruno. So let's... yeah, Bruno was the third one, just like in the Gen 1 games. So let's see if that remained the same. And we're gonna wait until Honig heals up his team, because he was completely messed up after that Honig. Yeah. Honig was facing off against Honig. Honig was against Koga. Koga does all sorts of nonsense. So, yeah, as I was saying, I'm assuming it's not gonna be Koga, but let's see. Which one is it? It's gonna be Agatha! Agatha is still in the Elite Four. Let's go. Let's go. I definitely have to change my lead there, because I don't want to have Gengar on the front. And yeah, it's good to see that Agatha is still here, and she's all about the Pokemon battles. She's not about that Pokedex nonsense. And with that, trust me, I'm 100% with you, Agatha. I'm 100% with you. So let's get this battle started. So she leads Gengar right away with a level 55 Gengar. We have our Striker, which will take the Shadow Ball, and Honig has his Ampharos. We both went for Thunder Wave. We both took the Shadow Ball. I have the super effective Earthquake. He went for Thunderbolt, and we're gonna take another Shadow Ball, and yeah, another Earthquake should finish off this this Gengar. So yeah, I guess not being stabbed and being low level made it at 3 KO. It's still decent, So we're dealing with Arbok. Honig is already dealing with Arbok, and I'm gonna switch out into my Gengar in case he goes for something weird, but it said that Glare doesn't affect Gengar, so I'm immune to Glare? That's strange. Crunch! It's super effective, but it's an Arbok, but it's a crit! Arbok has 0 special attack, but it's a crit! Every time a crit, of course. Honig has his Leafeon against Marowak, Boomerang, Bonemerang. Is it? So it's gonna hit twice, but Mega Drain will recover all that HP. Bruinus will finish off the Arbok, and now we're gonna be dealing with Marowak, so all we can do here is send in our Vileplume, since our Seeking unfortunately is not strong enough, and we actually took that well, but I believe after the Mega Drain we should be able to take another. Her Gengar actually has Ice Punch. Have you ever seen Agatha with Elemental Punches? That's insane. So Doug Trio of Honig will also end up biting the dust, and there you have it. So Don Marin will come back. He will take the Psychic. As we are healing our Vileplume, taking the Thrash. That move is trash, no? Okay, because he's locked into it, and anyways, Iron Tail. Wow, that did a lot of damage, and there's the Solar Beam for the KO on the Marowak. I like that she has Marowak because it's somewhat like a throwback, because in Gen 1 there was a Ghost Marowak, but Yeah, and in comes the Fandarin on the screen of Honig, and in comes the Gengar on my screen. I sent in Seeking as father, but Seeking was a man. He's the man of the sea, the king of the sea. Was able to take it, and in comes my Belle Dame, which will take the Ice Punch. It took it terribly. It's a 2-hit KO. It's a 2-hit KO. 61 HP, 61 times 2 is 122, and that's not good. So I have to switch out, and I'm gonna send in the Kotora Evolution Striga to take the Ice Punch. We took it well. I think I can take the attacks well because I have the bulk. And Honig is dealing with that threat, that monster. I believe it's... I think it's the idea of Bannet in Generation 3. That's definitely... But Honig is already done because he has a manly Pidgeot. And he was able to beat Agatha already. And we are late here, so let's see how it goes. Gengar will go for Psychic, and we're gonna go for Earthquake. Do as much damage as we can, and believe in the Strigar. Fully paralyzed Gengar, that should settle it. That right there should settle it, and Strigar will be so close to leveling up. But Vileplume did level up, so that's good. And in comes the Fandarin, and that's the thing that we have to deal with. That's her last Pokemon, pretty much, so we're gonna Thunder Wave it. Minlook, we are stuck there. Thunderbolts, I'm just gonna click Thunderbolts and hope for the best. Shadow Ball. The special defense dropped, but Shadow Ball is a physical attack, so... No. That's not gonna matter much, but it's still dead, because at that range of HP I didn't pay attention. It was able to finish us off, but Belladam for the win. Not really, it survived. This thing is incredibly bulky. You have no idea how bulky Fandarin is. Like, if that Pokemon existed in real life. Here I expected her to actually heal, so that's why I went for Sweet Kiss, but she got fully paralyzed anyways. And that's the Agatha battle. That's the Agatha battle. And yeah. So, Elite 4, member number 3, done. And now, it's time for the Elite 4 member. Wait, this is Elite 4 member number 3, right? Yes. Now we're about to face off against the fourth one, the fourth and final Elite 4 member, which in the final game was Karen, but I'm expecting something else because they said water was part of the Elite 4 types, and we already had a dark type gym, so since there's only one water trainer that we know, I'm predicting that it was gonna be Misty. So let's see how this was correct. I expected Sabrina and Misty to be part of the Elite 4, actually. I was wrong with the Sabrina part. We still had Will. So let's see. Is it Misty? I see water, and yes, that's Misty. The Elite 4 member Misty. Super popular character. She just had to be in the Elite 4. She just had to be. So, Misty of the Elite 4. And yeah, this should be interesting. And for the first time ever in the history of all the Pokemon games, we have Misty as an Elite 4 member. And she leads with a pure water type Quagsire, not the one that we're used to. So we can easily go for Thunderbolts, and Leafeon would try to Sleep Powder, but the Quagsire actually went for Double Team. And now he went for water, Double Team on my screen too. Surprise, surprise, it's not a ground type, but it also has Earthquake, but yeah, there you have it. I guess we took it well because it's not stab, but the next Thunderbolts will finish off the Quagsire, and Leafeon will finally put the Quagsire to sleep, and in comes the Gazapilin, the evolution of Quagsire, the evolution of Quagsire, yes. Not Quagsire, Quillfish. This is the evolution of Quillfish, and we scored the hacks from Thunderbolt. We got the paralysis from it, and then we have to heal up because Striga is gonna be our main man. Our main man because it's Misty. Her team is pure water. So same goes for Honig. I believe that Ampharos is gonna be his main Pokemon. And there's the Blizzard. She has Blizzard. That's insane. Anyways, I'm gonna cure my paralysis. It's not an electric type, but he has Thunder Wave. That's insane. Quillfish doesn't learn Thunder... Actually, Quillfish does learn Thunder Wave. It makes sense. I'm sorry. We're gonna heal it up, finish him off, and in comes the Vaporeon. Aurora Beam. Thunder Wave. And yeah, we're just gonna Thunderbolt everything after healing up, because I don't feel comfortable at that amount of HP I was at. Thunder will finish off the Starmie on Honig's side, and in comes Luriel, the evolution of the shark that is Steel and Water. Steel and Water type. That's insane. That's insane. So, we're still dealing with Vaporeon here. He has that good special defense. He has Blizzard, Leafeon, that's... Ugh, poor Leafeon. Poor Leafeon, that's no good whatsoever. I'm also gonna heal up my PPs because I was running low on Thunderbolts, and now we're just gonna Thunderbolt away again. And Don Marin will go for Earthquake, and Steel is not weak to ground in this game, which is insane. It's weak to water, but since water is resisted by water and super effective on Steel, so it's pretty much neutral. On our side of the screen, we're almost done with that Pokemon, so yeah, Vaporeon being a pain. And he finally got fully paralyzed. We're just gonna finish him off with the Earthquake just to conserve PP. And that thing is gone. So Starmie is next. That's probably her main Pokemon because it's Starmie and Misty. Psychic, it's luckily not a 2 KO. We're gonna Thunder Wave it. And Don Marin is finally done with that Steel type, and now he has to deal with Vaporeon. And yeah, Thunderbolt to a KO, fully paralyzed against Striger, getting all the hacks. That's amazing. Striger showing the people that he can compete, that he's the best. And her last Pokemon is the Steel Water evolution of the Shark, and the Vaporeon is just out there annoying Honig. Blizzard will critical hit the Striger, and that's no good. That means we have to send in our Gengar and just go for Thunder Punch. But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to put him to sleep, just in case. Gengar doesn't... He's been lucky with Hypnosis. It feels like it's not my Gengar, it feels like someone else is playing, but that's besides the point. Thunder Punch is a 2 KO, and that should be the game. That should be our battle against Misty. So let's see how this is... yeah, I'm trying to learn Destiny Bond, I don't want that. So anyways, let's see how Honig deals with Misty so far. So yeah, he's gonna heal up his Don Marin. He's gonna Sand Attack, which is smart because these Pokemon are ruthless, especially if you have frail Pokemon. Glass Cannons like Dugtrio, you just need all the luck in the world, and Vaporeon is like, nope, I ain't having none of that, and I'm just gonna finish you off with the Aurora Beam. And now the Ampharos is about to go for Thunder. Swagger. Ampharos going through all the hacks and hitting the Thunder! Let's go. Let's see. Was that her last Pokemon on Honig's side? Yep, that was the last. So we're both done with Misty. And it's time to find out who is the champion. Let's see who is the champion. I'm expecting to still be Lance, like in the final release. Because, it just makes sense. We haven't had any Dragon-type fights. None of the gym leaders was a Dragon-type user. And we didn't see Lance whatsoever. So I think it's Lance, and the game wants you to get yourself a Dragonite, and Lance has 3. And there he is. It's Lance. Final battle of the Elite Four. We're gonna face off against Lance. Is the team similar to the original final release, or is it different? Let's find out. Champion Lance wants to battle. Let's go. Lead Gyarados, I guess that's similar, but the level is 58. Good luck with that. He goes for Rain Dance. Leafeon puts him to sleep. I Thunder Wave him. And now, 4 times super effective, but Gyarados does have that special defense, so maybe it's not gonna be enough. But it is, because we got a crit. I don't know if that mattered or not. I'm gonna say that it didn't. Get yourself a Dragonite. There's the first Dragonite, and we are in trouble. And it's not gonna play any games. He's gonna Hyper Beam right away. That's my Dragonite. Get yourself a Dragonite. Look at that sprite. It's epic win. But anyways, I prefer the final release one, but this one is epic win. So, it's Dragonite. And you gotta get yourself a Dragonite. Simple as that. We're gonna heal up the Striker Hyper Beam. I should have went into Gengar actually, because it's immune and we have the Ice Punch. Honig's trying to Sand Attack it, but Twister is just like, nope. And there you go, predicting the Hyper Beam. we're gonna send in Gengar freely, and Ice Punch will help us take down the Dragonites. We don't even need a crit, come on. That's a crit that we're not gonna need later. Gengar, save yourself, because Gengar Lance got himself a second Dragonite. Get yourself a Dragonite. That's how you are epic win. He's gonna Thunder Wave, and I'm gonna take the opportunity to heal up the Strider, because he's definitely gonna go for Hyper Beam. Why wouldn't he go for Hyper Beam? He is Lance, and he has all the Dragonites in the world. In comes the Leafeon for Honig, and he's gonna try to put him to sleep, which works, luckily. And we're gonna try the same tactic. Thunder Wave the Dragonite, have a safe switch into our Gengar, predicting the Hyper Beam, and it didn't matter because he got fully paralyzed anyways. Ice Punch, and it's not enough because it's a Dragonite, but luckily the RNG was like, nope, the Thunder Wave will miss, and the second Ice Punch will finish off the Dragonite. Okay, we're doing good so far. Strider wants to learn Agility, and I'm gonna say yes, because Strider is actually a very slow Pokemon, in contrast to Raikou. So that's good for us to learn that attack. And now in comes Aerodactyl. If this Aerodactyl has Earthquake, it's not good, but Honig got hit by a Thunder, and that's gonna kill his Pokemon, oh my goodness. Lance doesn't play any games, and in comes the Don Marine without any single Ice type attack. So I'm gonna send in Bruinus, and then Aerodactyl is gonna show Rock Slide. That's not good. I don't think Bruinus is gonna be helpful for us, especially against the remaining of his Pokemon, so I was like, okay, let's keep him in as fodder, and just pray that he doesn't have Earthquake. Because if he doesn't have Earthquake, that means we can deal with him with our Strider. So Strider will take the Rock Slide, that means he doesn't have Earthquake, and we're gonna paralyze him, and then go for that Stab Thunderbolt. Hyper Beam on Honig's side, can Don Marine take it? He took it, and yeah, he's just fighting away. Honig fighting and struggling away because he doesn't have an Ice type attack, and we are so lucky to have our Gengar. Hyper Beam out of nowhere, Strider will go down, and now we have to rely on Gengar. That Hyper Beam came out of nowhere. I definitely didn't expect him to come. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of the Aerodactyl. He has two Pokemon left, the Charizard and the strongest Dragonite. Get yourself a Dragonite. I'm sorry, I have to say it. So Thunder Punch, it's not even a 2-hit KO because it's a Charizard. Lance's Charizard. That's what's up. Flamethrower did so much damage. That's not looking good whatsoever. I think our Gengar will drop, but never mind, a critical hit. Gengar getting all the hacks. Gengar getting all the hacks. And now the final Pokemon, I'm gonna say it again. Get yourself a Dragonite, because that's how we do things. Ice Punch. I'm gonna try to do as much damage as possible and revive something later. He's gonna lock himself into the Outrage, and that means he cannot heal. That means we can just send in our Beldam, and Beldam will just go for Feint Attack, and almost enough, but he's still locked into Outrage. That means if he gets a third Outrage, we're gonna survive. If he's still locked into Outrage, he's not gonna heal, and Beldam, out of nowhere, is gonna be the man of the match, getting the final KO, and that's our last fight victory. We are the Pokemon League champions. And anyways, let's cheer up for Honig, because he's still going at it. Hyper Beam, he got fully paralyzed. Thunder will hit, and there you go. That's gonna be the end of that Dragonite. He has 3 Pokemon left. In comes the final and strongest Dragonite. I'm assuming that he didn't go for Aerodactyl and Charizard because they both have the electric weakness. So he's gonna lock himself into Outrage. Oh my goodness, that's a clean 2-hit KO. So let's see if the confusion will help Honig here. He has to heal up because he's super low in levels. I mean, yeah, we just have to heal. I'm sorry guys, like, you guys saw our levels. We are in the level 40s facing off against 60s. Yeah, so Dragonite finally got confused, and there's the hacks. He got hit in his confusion. Will it happen again? It sure did. Ampharos got fully paralyzed. Hyper Beam will miss. Thunder Wave will slow down the Dragonites. That's gonna make things easier. We're gonna full heal the Ampharos, and Thunderbolt. Neutral. Hyper Beam will continue missing after all the nonsense that Honig has been doing. Fully paralyzed. Full restore. Oh my goodness, full restore. Of course you have a full restore. So we have to believe. That's all we can do. Thunder Wave will slow down the Dragon Knight again. Hyper Beam will hit this time. We have to take it. Oh, Honig, your Ampharos took it, and that means he has a free turn right there. He's not gonna take the chance to heal up. And he played with fire, that means, yeah, he played with fire, and he did it, risked it for the biscuit, and he definitely got his biscuit. So in comes the Aerodactyl. He will heal up his Don Marin, leaving his Ampharos' fodder, and I believe that Don Marin can deal with both of the remaining Pokemon of Lance, in theory, but he went for Waterfall. Okay, he didn't go for Surf, he went for Waterfall. So, there you have it. That's gonna be the end of the Aerodactyl. The last Pokemon is the Charizard. So, Slash. Oh, Don Marin surviving the crit! And there's a Surf, super effective. And so close. You have to heal up, my boy. You have to heal up, my boy. Slash with a crit, it's not doing enough. Don Marin has the bulk. There's the Hyper Beam. You're stuck. You cannot heal. And he's gonna finish the game with the... Yeah. And that's it. That's the Pokemon League. We both defeated Lance. And that's something we wanted to share with you guys, so you can see how originally the Elite Four was supposed to be. And the last video, if you missed it, it was the battle against the final gym leader of the Kanto region. Because there's only one gym in the entire Kanto region, since the Pokemon League expanded into the whole region of Nihon, which translates to Japan in Japanese. So Japan, we are the Japan champions, I guess. So that's pretty much it. So tell me, guys, thoughts, this game, how it was originally supposed to be planned, or the final version? For me, I don't know, since we grew up with the original one, but I love this one too, so it's a 50-50, I'd say. Yeah, it's hard for me to pick a favorite, but you guys let me know. So yeah, this will be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Have a wonderful day. We will be back with Wi-Fi battles soon, and namaste.